Hello all, I'm Pavithra. Today we will be discussing about a more important and an interesting managerial topic. Every management student are quite curious to know about this topic. Yes, today we will be discussing about shares. It is always quite interesting to know what a share is actually, what is share market, what is SEBI, what are the different types of shares, who are all the different types of shareholders, what are the rights that are preferential shareholders or what are the rights that are shareholders of an organization hold, what are the benefits of a shareholders, how to invest in a share market, etc. etc. In this video, we will be looking on to a basic introduction about what is shares, what are the different types of shares, who are all the different types of shareholders, and what are the rights of those shareholders in this video. In the upcoming videos, we will be discussing about what is debentures, what are dividends, what is capital market, what is money market, what are the various investment platforms, what are mutual funds, various other investment sources, interim dividend, and various other capital market topics in the upcoming videos. So now let us move on to what is share. First and foremost, before understanding what share is actually, I have a question. What is the basic money generation source for an organization? When an organization is in order to improve its capital, it is in order to increase its capital. So what are the sources to increase its capital? What are the money generation sources? Yes, obviously it may go to uh, a borrowing of money from banks, financial institution, various investment platforms, collateral borrowings, borrowing from friends, borrowing from family, pledging of assets, gold, land, building. That's yeah, pledging of assets. Okay, apart from this, what are the other money generation sources for an organization? Yes, a step ahead, an investment platform or a money generation source for an organization is share market. So share market helps an organization to increase its capital. So hence if an organization that is in order to increase its capital amount issues their shares to general public and various investors of different business organizations. So when these people borrow the shares of an organization, organization could increase the capital of an organization. So the person who holds the share of these company are called as shareholders. Usually the organization issues two types of shares. One is equity share and another is preference share. The person who holds the equity shares of an organization are called as an equity shareholders. The persons or an individual who holds the preference shares of the company are called as the preference shareholders. So now, what are the rights of a shareholder? I am borrowing the share of ABC Limited. So what will be my rights? So I will be having a voting rights of an organization and shareholders are the owners of the organization. They have whole rights in an organization. Have rights to assess the documents. They have rights to assess the financial statements of the organization. They have an rights to select the board of directors, select the auditors of the organization in order to save for an assurity that they have invested in a right organization. The ultimate goal of a shareholders is to improve the organization's growth. So when an organization reaches a top level, obviously the share value of an organization do increases, so it is a profit for an organization. So basic goal of any shareholder is to move the organization to the next stage. So these shareholders have a rights to assess the documents of the organizations, to select the auditors, board of directors of the organization, etc. etc. And apart from this, the preference shareholders, which we have discussed before, these preference shareholders have an extra preferential rights than the equity shareholders. What is preferential rights? So if an organization is in order to um, shut down, or it is functioning very well, or it is moving on to loss, either the organization runs in a profit or loss, it must first settle to its preferential shareholders. It must settle its dividends to first to the preferential shareholders, then only the equity shareholders will be settled down with their dividends and various settlements. So these preferential shareholders have an extra preferential rights. Hence, these preference shares are usually won't be given to a general public. It would be given to the friends, families of an organization, and the equity shares would be distributed to the general publics and various other financial institutions and various other organizations. So that's it about a basic gist about what is shares, what are the different types of shares, what are the different, who are all the different types of the shareholders, what are the rights of the shareholders, what are uh, the preferential rights of a preferential shareholders, etc. in this video. In the upcoming video, we will be clearly discussing about each and everything about the capital market, money market, what are debentures, what is a dividend actually, how much dividend is issued to each of the shareholders, what is forfeiture of share, what is interim dividend, etc., etc. in the upcoming videos. So that's it about today's video. Thank you.